There are creatures living on Earth that no human has ever seen alive. They are not extinct. They are not relics of the past. They exist right now, moving, breathing, surviving, in a place where light has never reached. More than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. It is the largest living space on this planet, and also the most unreachable. Down there, pressure rises so fast that it can crush steel hulls and collapse reinforced submarines. Electronics shut down, cameras fail, signals disappear without warning. Human bodies cannot survive. Lungs compress. Blood chemistry breaks apart. Minutes become fatal, and yet something lives there. Something has evolved to exist in permanent darkness, where food is scarce and escape is impossible. Almost everything we know about these creatures comes from fragments. Bodies washed ashore after storms. Remains pulled up accidentally by deep-sea fishing equipment. Or pieces recovered from the stomachs of predators. We have studied what was left behind, but the living animals themselves have remained beyond our reach. For centuries, sailors believed giant squids were myths. Stories told by men who had spent too long at sea. Tales of massive arms rising from beneath the waves, wrapping around ships and dragging them into the deep. Science dismissed these accounts as fear, imagination, and exaggeration, until something didn't make sense. Marine biologists began noticing perfectly round scars in the bodies of sperm whales. Not random wounds, not bite marks, but precise, evenly spaced circles pressed deep into the flesh. Those scars match the size and shape of enormous suction cups, yet belonging to a creature humans had almost never observed alive. The giant squid. Not a legend, not a myth. A real animal. It lives more than 600 meters below the ocean's surface in near total darkness. The giant squid possesses the largest eyes in the entire animal kingdom. Each one evolved to detect the faintest traces of light in an environment where light barely exists. Yet despite its size, despite its power, almost everything we know about it comes from death. Most giant squids were discovered the same way. Washed ashore after violent storms, pulled up accidentally by deep-sea fishing vessels, or found partially digested inside the stomachs of whales. For most of human history, the giant squid existed only as evidence. Proof that something enormous was living in the darkness below, even if we never saw it alive. But the giant squid is not the strangest thing living down there. Despite its name, the vampire squid does not drink blood. It doesn't hunt. It doesn't chase prey, because it lives in a part of the ocean where hunting would be impossible. The vampire squid inhabits oxygen minimum zones, regions so depleted of oxygen that most animals would suffocate within minutes. In this environment, muscles weaken, movement slows, and predators cannot pursue anything for long. So the vampire squid adapts in a different way. It waits. Instead of hunting live prey, it feeds on organic debris slowly drifting down from above. Dead plankton, fragments of animals, waste particles sinking endlessly through the water column. A slow, silent snowfall of death. What this strategy allows the vampire squid to survive where competition is almost non-existent. But survival here still requires defense. When threatened, the vampire squid does not attack. It turns off the lights. It releases a cloud of bioluminescent mucus, thick glowing particles that hang in the water and confuse predators. The light does not reveal the squid's position. It hides it. While the predator focuses on the glow, the vampire squid vanishes into darkness. No struggle, no pursuit, just disappearance. And if that wasn't unsettling enough, the next creature looks like something shaped by hunger itself. This mouth can swallow prey larger than its own body, The gulper eel lives so deep that scientists still struggle to understand how it hunts. Its jaws open impossibly wide, stretching far beyond what seems anatomically possible. Its mouth expands like a net. Its stomach inflates like a bag. Down here, food is rare. Days may pass without a single opportunity to feed. So when something finally drifts too close, the gulper eel cannot afford to be selective. Fish, squid, any animal careless enough to wander within reach. Everything becomes potential prey. The gulper eel does not chase, it does not pursue, it waits. And when the opportunity appears, it opens its mouth and lets gravity and darkness do the rest. There is no clear footage of how the gulper eel hunts in the wild. No extended observations, no recorded sequences of attack, because no human has ever stayed long enough at that depth to watch. But deeper still, one creature has learned to turn darkness itself into a trap. It does not hide from the dark, it weaponizes light. In total darkness, even the smallest light can become a fatal mistake. The anglerfish lives where sunlight has never reached. There is no day, no night, only permanent blackness. So the anglerfish creates its own light. A glowing lure extends from its head, swaying gently in the dark water. It does not move much, it does not chase. It waits. Curious prey drift closer, drawn toward the only visible point in an otherwise endless void. And when they approach, it's over. But the most disturbing part of the anglerfish's existence is not how it hunts. It is how it survives. Male anglerfish are tiny, sometimes no larger than a finger. They drift through the darkness guided only by scent, searching for a female they may never find. When a male finally does, and he bites into her body and refuses to let go. Over time, his tissues fuse with hers, his organs dissolve, his eyes disappear. His body loses all independence, until two creatures become one. One body, one bloodstream, one purpose, survival. The creatures you've just heard about are only a fraction of what lives beneath the surface. More than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. It is a world larger than all the continents combined, yet almost completely unseen. There are animals humans have never observed, not because they are rare, but because the environment they inhabit was never meant for us. Our technology struggles to reach them. Our bodies cannot endure their world, and perhaps that distance is the only reason they have remained untouched. The real question isn't what's down there, it's whether we truly want to know.